You've been waiting long enough, waiting for the world to recognize your potential, waiting for someone to give you a shot, waiting for the right moment, the perfect conditions, the golden invitation to step into your greatness. But here's the truth. That moment may never come. That approval may never arrive. That nod of validation you crave from others. It's a mirage. It disappears the moment you chase it. The only permission you need is your own. You don't need the world to tell you that you're ready. You don't need a degree, a title, or a million followers to become who you were born to be. You were not created to seek permission. You were created to give yourself the green light and run through every red flag of doubt and fear. The people who changed the world aren't the ones who were handed power. They're the ones who decided they didn't need permission to take the first step. So why are you still waiting? Your dreams are suffocating while you hesitate. Stand up, decide, move. You've had the power all along. You were not made to live in the shadows of other people's expectations. You are not here to conform to the mold someone else created for you. You are not here to play small, to shrink, or to apologize for the fire that burns inside you. You were born to light up the world. But as long as you seek permission from others, you'll keep dimming your flame. They'll say, "Who do you think you are?" And you need to answer boldly, "I'm someone who no longer needs your permission to live fully." Speak loudly and move unapologetically. The moment you stop seeking approval, you start creating impact. You don't need permission to speak your truth. You don't need permission to walk away from toxic environments. You don't need permission to chase a dream that doesn't make sense to anyone but you. This is your life, your journey, your destiny. The only person who needs to believe in it is you. Stop waiting to be chosen. Choose yourself again and again. Every single day, there are gates in your mind that only you can unlock. For too long, you've let fear hold the keys. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of failure. But here's a secret. None of those fears are real until you give them power. They are shadows cast by a mind that doubts its own brilliance. You don't need a panel of judges to validate your ambition. You don't need a mentor to tell you you're worthy. If you're waiting for someone to say, "Go for it," let this be that moment. Let this voice be the echo that reverberates in your soul. You can, you must, you will. There is no authority higher than the one within you. No law stronger than your will. No permission more powerful than the one you grant yourself in silence, in solitude, in strength. Every step forward will intimidate someone. Let it. Every boundary you break will upset the small-minded. So be it. You are not here to make people comfortable. You're here to make yourself proud. You have to stop playing the role of the understudy in your own life. Stop watching others take center stage while you rehearse for a show you were born to headline. Nobody else has your combination of struggle and strength, of grit and grace, and no one else needs to understand your fire for it to be real. They don't need to get it. You need to get it. You need to own your story like it was written in fire and sealed in stone. There's a voice inside you that's been whispering your purpose all along. But you've silenced it with noise. Noise from critics, from doubters, from people who settled and want you to settle too. No more. Rip the tape off your soul. Let that voice roar. Let it scream with the fury of 1,000 dreams denied. This is not the time to tiptoe. This is the time to leap. The world doesn't give permission slips to the relentless. It tries to stop them. But those who rise anyway, those are the ones who change everything. You weren't born to be background noise. You weren't designed to be a whisper in a world of echoes. You were made to be a thunderclap, a force so loud and undeniable that silence runs from you. But that kind of power doesn't come from approval. It comes from decision. It comes from the moment you look in the mirror and say, "I'm done waiting. Done waiting to be liked. Done waiting to fit in. Done waiting for someone to say you're good enough." You've been good enough since day one. The only thing missing was belief. You've let your power sit dormant long enough. Now it's time to activate it, ignite it, live it. You're not here to survive. You're here to disrupt, to innovate, to lead. Stop living on pause. Press play. Blast the volume. Let the world adjust to your truth, not the other way around. You don't need to ask. You don't need to explain. You only need to become. Become who you already are underneath the fear. Unstoppable. People will try to clip your wings because they're afraid of flying. They'll tell you to be realistic because they've never tasted the extraordinary. They'll project their limitations onto you because they gave up on their own dreams. But their fear is not your truth. Their doubt is not your destiny. You don't need their permission to soar. You only need the courage to spread your wings. When they say it's impossible, smile and prove them wrong. When they say you're not ready, show them what ready looks like. And when they say you can't, make it your mission to turn can't into conquered. You are not here to ask for a seat at the table. You are here to flip the table and build your own. Greatness isn't handed out. It's claimed, earned, declared. And the declaration begins with one decision: to no longer wait for a nod, a pass, a green light. Be your own spark. Be your own permission. The chains are in your mind, and so is the key. Use it. The world doesn't owe you an opportunity. But that's not bad news. It's liberation. Because it means you don't have to wait for one. You can create it. You can build it from nothing. You can shape a masterpiece out of rejection. Every no can become fuel. Every door that's slammed shut can become a wall. You break through. You are not powerless. You are not behind. You are just one decision away from momentum. That decision is to stop asking and start acting. You don't need another sign from the universe. The fact that you're still breathing, still dreaming, still fighting is the sign. The dream inside you didn't come to you by accident. It's yours. It belongs to you. But it also requires you. It won't live on its own. It's waiting for you to stop hesitating and start building. No one is coming to save you. And that's beautiful, because it means no one can stop you either. Permission. You already have it. Now earn it. With effort, with discipline, with relentless pursuit. You have been taught to stay in line, to follow the script, to obey the rules that were written by people who don't know your story. But here's what they don't tell you. Those rules are not laws. They're suggestions, guidelines. You can rewrite them. You can tear them down and build something better. You don't need to follow someone else's blueprint for success. You can draw your own map and set your own compass. Every trailblazer you admire was once considered foolish. Every revolutionary was once called delusional. They didn't care. They moved forward anyway. And that's the difference. Not talent, not privilege, not luck, just the boldness to walk when others wait. The courage to act without approval. The wisdom to know that the power is already within. What makes you unstoppable is not how loud you shout. It's how deeply. It's the decision to never again make your dream small enough to fit someone else's comfort zone. You're not here to comply. You're here to create. Every day you hesitate is the day your dreams grow cold. Every time you seek someone's permission, you hand them power over your destiny. How much longer will you give away your fire? How much longer will you hold back your truth, your talent, your voice? There is no applause loud enough to fill the void of a life unlived. You were not made to be safe. You were made to be significant. And significance begins with self-authorization. The only gatekeeper to your future is the reflection in the mirror. No one else is qualified to stop you. And if they try, remember, it's because they see in you what they abandoned in themselves. Let their doubt inspire your conviction. Let their hesitation sharpen your focus. The more resistance you face, the more confirmation you have that you're on the right path. Don't ask if you're ready. Decide that you are. You were born to lead, born to rise, born to defy. The only permission slip you'll ever need is signed by courage and sealed by action. Don't confuse silence with humility. Don't confuse shrinking with respect. You're not helping anyone by hiding your light. Your rise doesn't dim anyone else's. It reminds them what's possible. The world needs your voice, your gifts, your fire. But you can't deliver that gift if you're still begging for approval. Burn the old script. Tear down the stage built by others and build your own. Be so bold that the word permission becomes irrelevant. Be so relentless that the word no becomes motivation. You are not here to be tolerated. You are here to be undeniable. Step into rooms like you own them. Not with arrogance, but with purpose. Walk like every step is progress, because it is. Speak like your words shape reality, because they do. And live like every moment is sacred, because it is. Stop asking if it's okay to dream big. Stop wondering if you're too much. The truth is, you were never too much. You were just in places that were too small. Expand, explode, evolve. You're free. This is not just about success. It's about soul. It's about reclaiming your right to live a life that feels like fire, not obligation. You were not put here to follow a path already paved. You were born to blaze your own. Your life is not a checklist. It's a canvas, a battlefield, a stage. So fight, paint, perform. Let your blood, sweat, and tears become the masterpiece that tells the world you lived without fear. But first, you must stop waiting. Waiting to be good enough. Waiting to be certain. Waiting to be safe. That moment doesn't exist. All you have is this moment. and it's more than enough. Permission is not a form, a document, or a vote. It's a fire. It's the spark of decision, lit within you. Once you strike that match, nothing can put it out. Not doubt, not failure, not fear. The only permission you need is your own. And once you give it, the world better move out of your way.